Hey, here are the topic. We're gonna talk about the only two cars in Ohio in 1895, and they were involved in an accident, like hitting each other. Cue the music. Hey, welcome back to the morning segment, your morning weekday show. Hmm? It's our 353rd episode. I have my black coffee here. It's 18 Celsius, which is quite nice. Quite nice. And yeah, there are only two cars in Ohio, the entire state, the only two cars in 1895 hit each other. It's like an old black and white silence movie, So funny. I can't believe it. So, what happened? It's about the year that they started to build cars. It's about the time they were selling cars. Now, they feel that it's a bit ridiculous, but how people felt back then felt there was only two cars, and that those two cars hit each other. Now, do they is it enough information, enough of a story to do a video? I don't know, but I thought it was very funny, so I wanted to start looking into it. And registrations, wow, it was hard to say, started in 1905, 10 years after. So they couldn't tell how many cars were there in Ohio. So people felt it was only two cars. So maybe that's real. And the opposite is the first car to be like the year of selling cars commercially was 1896. So it's more probable that cars existed. Were only inside a small group of making cars. They have it and they were outside. So that's probably true that maybe there are going to be only two cars there. But in 1891, John William Lambert in Ohio City built their first gas-powered car named Buckeye Buggy. So, the Buckeye because it's Ohio. So even though the tradition of the Buckeye in the university went into the car. So, interesting for that. So, in one hand, it could be interesting that maybe it's true since they didn't sell commercially cars back then. It was too early. And on the other hand, no registration. So we couldn't track down how many cars were there in Ohio. I forgot to check, how many cars in the first year you can register your car. How many cars? It didn't take long, huh? It didn't take long. I was surprised. It didn't take long that the government felt like, ooh, about those, we need to register. Buggy with horses, no, but cars, yes. Very interesting. Maybe they had more accidents until 1905, so that's why they needed to do that. So I was very surprised. What you guys think? I think the comedy factor about the only two cars hit each other. I'm not surprised. Can you imagine? For maybe 5 months, let's say that you drive around thinking you're the only car there. You go a certain speed, you cut corners, you don't have lanes, you don't have stop signs, you don't have red lights, you just cut. and maybe the same one started to do the same. Ah, it's fun. Cut, cut. You know, a bit like driving in a race. You know, the outer skirts turning to the corner to the inner skirts and then out again. So maybe both did that, and could happen. I saw a picture. I don't know if it was real. It was the first accident, but they were aligned to the same. That could be happening. So in the same direction. So maybe someone was ahead and trying to change lanes. Let's say change area on the road, and there was no mirror and didn't look. That's it. Maybe. So that's it. Um, Very interesting. I think I'm very surprised that registration was so early on the get go. For that, I'm gonna finish this. Huh? Find the word hype and hype this video on your YouTube app. Show someone up again. Subscribe. Paint that bell. Huh? And you know, I want to see a like. I want to see a dislike. I want to see a reaction. See my pinned comment much later. But I comment your comment. So comment. I give shout outs. That's true. And like everything in there. And one of them, hey, share it to your grandma. Or share it to your coffee crew. Your crew could be the one who drinks coffee with you, or the one who makes your coffee. And one of the most famous co on YouTube. Hee hee. I have copyright problems, so I decided to change it. Do, do, do.